These are absolutely my studio friend, and all of these monitors here, they're not designed to confuse you, they're designed to help you, but they take time to learn. So you have to come in here, listen to music, become familiar with music, understand how the room responds, understand what sound you've got, but have something to reference against. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Green One. This is our sort of penultimate video now, looking at the 3 sessions that we've recorded. This one is Vossi Bop, Stormzy, and actually what I'm going to talk to you about now isn't necessarily about the recording tools that we're manhandling in the studio when we're placing microphones or choosing mic pre's or processing or something like that, but it's something thoroughly fundamental to the way that we work in the studio, and it's about all these speakers that we see here in front of us. And actually you'll notice I brought my trusty pair of HD25s here, not to sell HD25s, because actually, I mean, they have a place, they're very, very popular in live sound, but the reason why I use these is because I've been using them since I was 18, was when I got my first pair of HD25s. So I know what I'm hearing, and I can identify when things are right and identify when things are wrong, when I'm on the right path, when I'm achieving what I'm looking to achieve. So for me, these are an essential tool when working in the studio. And you'll notice in this particular room, we have 3 pairs of monitors. And again, I'm not here to sort of champion a particular monitor speaker type. You know, at home, I don't work with any of these. In fact, I have some sort of 70s designed classic BBC LS35s that I work on at home as my primary pair of speaker, because I've worked on them for years and I know them inside out. You know, Mark's got Amphiums and has worked on MS10s, and you know, we all have our tools that we trust and that we love, and the funny thing is, I think it's like partners. We're not all attracted to the same ones. We're not looking for the same things, and actually, you know, it's an interesting one with these speakers here because they all have different characteristics that one of them might be missing. So, you know, they're all imperfect in their own way, and together as a team, they give you something you can really work with. Like these big mains, the bigger speakers that we've got here, they have incredible low end and effortless volume. There's a real sense of power from them. There's also tons of detail, but there's arguably like something missing in the low mid range that perhaps the other Channel X will fill the gap on. I actually found myself regularly moving to these Yamaha speakers with the white cones. And thinking, oh God, these are actually really helpful in this particular environment, because they were all telling me something interesting. And what was fascinating was the closer I got to where I wanted to be, the less the difference was between the speakers. So they were helping me with that process of triangulating my sound. But as someone who's not worked in the room before and didn't know the room, in order to commit to processing, because the next video you're going to see, I commit pretty hard to processing, and there's an SSL EQ just there, by the bass boost is almost at the end stop. You know, we're looking at the full 15 dB or whatever, it's probably 12 dB of boost, at a number somewhere between 50 and 60 on that EQ. And I found that in order to make that decision with conviction, it wasn't that these speakers weren't telling me what I needed to hear, it's that, like that artist that we talked about earlier, you have to trust the engineer. As an engineer, I want to go something that I trust, which in this case is these headphones here. Now, you know, I'm sure you have your own headphones or have headphones that have been provided to you through the course this year, and slightly different model coming to you this year from the headphones. Spend loads of time on them, learn them, because these are your friend in the studio. I put these on and have them pushed against my head when I'm moving mics and kick drums to try and get perfect placement on my kick drum. I want that kind of information going on. These are absolutely my studio friend, and all of these monitors here, they're not designed to confuse you, they're designed to help you, but they take time to learn. So you have to come in here, listen to music, become familiar with music, understand how the room responds, understand what sound you've got, but have something to reference against. When you're mixing, you know, it might be that you're looking to achieve a certain sound. The best way of knowing whether you've got there is to have that reference sound available to you in your session, and to be brutally honest with yourself. To go, no, I'm not there yet. To know, I can work this harder. Again, a little tip, slightly off topic, but when you bounce your final track, bounce online, not offline, because you sit back and you listen with different ears. And I can't remember the last time that I didn't do an online bounce and go halfway through the bounce, hit escape and make a tweak, because I listened with a different mode. In the same way I have a different mode on these, I have a different mode on the mains. You know, I like tiny speakers because they get me into a detail, into a groove that I really like. But I tell you what, I wish I could take a big pair of these home to listen on as well, because being able to listen with effortless power, not necessarily loud, I think let's not mistake this for volume, but just the sheer headroom in the speaker, its ability to create the full range response is a fantastic opportunity. So make use of the monitoring in the studios, but bring your headphones. Really, really important, I would say.